I'm so sorry. I was absolutely singing along and just vibing. I'm so sorry. I love K-pop Demon Hunters. It has been living in my brain for such a long time, and I don't regret it. I have had this soundtrack on repeat so long. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Okay. Hello. Hello. Oh, I forgot to do this. I'm very excited. We have some announcements, got some fun stuff, which I think some people already started to point out, got some fun behind the scenes of the project that I was like talking about recently. But yes, very, 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 very excited. Got some nice fun announcements to hype up and talk about. And then we got a date like the toaster, the fucking garbage can. We got a date like the door. We got to do more date everything. I've been dying to play this game, and I think I need it. Uh, but yeah, it's very excited. Yes, Anarchy. Thank you so much. Thank you for your tier 1, baby. Hello. Hi, Anarchy. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kat. Hello. Good morning. Man. I've also, man, I should just talk about this while you're inside. You're also hungry, staring at these doors, trying to get in here. I'm just selfishly just talking through the mysterious pink wall and screen that you're seeing. Okay, get your emotes ready. You know the drill. Get your emotes ready. Get ready to wiggle your heinies. Get inside. Get inside. We got lots to yap about and some dating to do. Rawr. I'll see you inside, everybody. See you. See you. See you. Yes, and good morning. Happy time zone, everybody. Happy time zone. How do I mute myself? Oh, I figured.
You never feel happy. Never feel happy. No, you won't. Until you try. You never feel happy. You never feel happy until you try. Never feel happy until you try. You know what? Never feel. You never feel happy until you try. Never feel happy until you try. You never feel happy.
Hello. Hi. Hello. 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 Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. Oh, I gotta put this back on. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with my K-pop Demon Hunters hyperfixation. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh my God, Allie! Allie, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. Mwah. 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 Thank you so much, honey. Thank you, Ellie. Good, happy time zone. Welcome on in. Hi. Oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That is amazing. Oh my god. Okay, hype train level 4. What the hell? Breakfast hype train, let's go! Oh my god. Sorry, my voice is still waking up. Listen, these morning streams are a new adventure for me. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, here we go. I promise. Okay, yes. Okay, very good. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Happy time zone. Hope you're good. Happy hump day. Happy Woof Wednesday. Happy Woof Wednesday. Uh, where is Gambit? I gotta find Gambit because he's sneaking off to corners trying to lick his paw that's been like bothering him. And we, but yes, good morning. Hello. Yes, if you got a gifted sub, make sure to thank your gifted because that's nice manners and it's very sweet of them to do that. Make sure to do that. Welcome on in. Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Okay, let's do it. Let me see if I can do hellos very quickly. I missed some people, so make sure to say hello if you want a hello back. Hi, as you're awake, welcome on in. Berendi, welcome on in. Hello, once again, Anarchy, welcome on in, baby. Can we have a shout out for Anarchy, the fabulous music cosplay VTuber, cosplayer, a very, very hot, beautiful, gorgeous lady, and a lad sister from another mister. Hello. Hi, Cowabell. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi, Creamy Dannon, EQC. Welcome on in. Hello. Welcome. Rook Regents, welcome. Thank you for that shout out. Hello. Prime Time, CGS Prime Time. Welcome on in. Hello, Derek the Hobbit. Welcome. Landon. Hello, Adachi. Thank you for the raid again, honey. That was very sweet of you. Hello. Hi, Cat. Hello, Cat. Mwah. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi, Emmy. Good morning. Hello. Lookout Science. Hello. Hi, everybody. Luna Star Dragon. Brave Wild Sarah. Welcome on in. Hello. Hi. Oh, you found me through next. Amazing. Thank you for coming by. Hi, Starlight VA. Welcome on in. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good time zone. Good midnight, wherever you are. Hello, over Frosties. Welcome. Hello. Make sure I try to get to as many people as possible. Who else? Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Hi, Tin. Hi. Good morning, Tin. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Hi, Syrian or Syrian Knight. Welcome on in. Hello, honey. Welcome. Sharp. Hello. Old Dog Creighton. Welcome on in. Hello, Chibi the Raiju. Welcome on in. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, Luna Mooney. Hello. I did a poopy in my pants. Good morning. I did a poopy this morning, but not in my pants. I did it like a lady, and I did it in the toilet. So thank you very much for sharing that. Hello. Hi, Bus Ninja. Welcome on in. Hello, Master Gamer. I almost said Master Beta. Hello, Patient Angel Sound. Welcome on in. Mighty Ray. Welcome on in. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Hi. Hello. I think I did it. Yeah. Welcome on in. Oh my God. Ever zero. Thank you so much for the 5. Holy moly! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Hello. Hi. We're just getting started. Thank you so much. Hello and good morning, Allie, Cool Cat Allie. I hope you have a wonderful day today too. Make sure I say that as well. Thank you. Did I finally get the toilet? No. It's still not installed. So outside bathroom. Yeah. The good bathroom. The good bathroom. It was fine. Hello. Oh, I do. Listen, if I'm going to put a toilet in the diner, it's going to be a Japanese toilet, okay? I want it to be like, to be playing Enya while you take a shit, and it's like warming your butt cheeks, you know what I mean? I want it to be like a 5-star, like, hotel experience, but for your bunghole, you know what I mean? That's what I want. Yeah. No, I did not. Yes. In the street. I thought you said in the sheets. I was like, I didn't shit in the sheets. What's the matter with you? Come on. Yeah, I'd want a bidet. Yes. I'm very passionate about bidets. Because who uses a bidet here? Who uses a bidet? Type 1 if you use a bidet. Type 2 if you don't use a bidet. Okay? I need to know. Who uses a bidet? Who doesn't use a bidet? One if you do, two if you don't. Uh-huh. Wow. Okay, so Landon. Okay, Landon. Okay, Allie. Okay. Okay, Creamy Dan. Okay, so you're walking around with poopy buttholes. Noby one. Hi, good morning. You're walking around with poopy buttholes. Uh-huh. You're walking around with poopy buttholes. What is this? You gotta use a bidet. Okay? You gotta clean your bunghole. All right? Listen, you gotta use if you don't listen, if you can't if you don't have one, you can make one. You know how? You take a little water bottle. You take like a Poland Spring water bottle. You puncture some holes on the top of the plastic lid. And when you're done, you just squeeze that sucker. You just squeeze it, okay? If you know, you know. Okay. We're no more butt talk. We're not starting today with butt talk. That's enough. All right? That's enough. Okay, there you go. Listen, I am always here to provide your budget-friendly ideas. All right, thank you. I can't believe it. Level 5 hype training. We're talking about poop. All right. That's enough. That's enough. I know I started it. It's fine. Hello, hi Luna. Good morning. Hello. It's not becoming a habit. I am just very invested in your. I'm just very invested in. I'm just very invested in your rectal health. Okay, that's all it is. Hello. Hello. What a way to start the day. Hello. Just a wonderful, lovely sounds of K-pop demon hunters. Well, we have a hype train. We're talking about toilets. Just a normal number. This must be a day that ends in Y here in the diner. Yes. It's health. It's health. It is. Hello. Yes, I'm very excited to share some good news with all of you. Got some good news. We got some other news. And then we're going to watch a little bit, not the whole thing, because it's an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm not going to do that to you. But we're going to watch some fun behind the scenes of the project I've been working on that releases this weekend. Yes, the Zootopia 2 trailer. I do want to watch that with everybody. And then we're going to play some Date Everything. So, news! We should watch it in full. We don't know. I'm not going to do that. We're not going to watch it in full. That's not happening. We're not going to watch it in full. But we're not going to watch it in full. But yes, but before, I'm going to wait a little bit for the announcements. Wait for a few more people to get in here before we get started. But first things first. As you know, I styled this music video. And it's releasing this weekend. And I worked with some very, very cool content creators on it. And it's my first time that I am. How do you say? It is the first time that I am like showing myself being recorded behind the scenes regarding my styling work. So very excited. Hello. Oh, thank you so much for the level 5 hype train. Thank you, everybody. That was so sweet of you. What the heck? Thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you so much. Thank you. What a way to start. Yes. Yeah, listen, cameo with Baby No Money. Listen, I've been popping up in places, and people keep on going like, "Oh, Miss Lala!" I keep on jump scaring people, and it's very funny, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Actually, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I listen regarding Zootopia 2. I haven't had my coffee today. I'm a little very ADHD today. I did take my meds, actually, thank God. But only like 10 minutes ago, so it's fine. But yes, so I worked on this very cool music video starring DannyPhantom.exe. There's other really fabulous content creators associated with it. Lloyd's Fault, who is a VTuber, directed it. Julia Maggio, who is amazing, also content creator, produced it. There's other really cool people in it, well, I think you should watch the behind the scenes, but it's Steven, Steven, hold on. I want to make sure I'm not misrepresenting. Okay. Um, uh, Stephen He from Iral Anime and stuff, Emotional Damage. He's in it. Johnny, who is a well-known dancer and choreographer. Sorry. Then there's I gotta pull up their usernames. Billy, Alto, who were like K-pop dancers and stuff. And then who else? I don't know if I'm allowed to share who else is in it because they think they're gonna it's surprise. But today in the evening, part 2 of the behind the scenes drops. Um and I'll make sure to post it in like the Discord and stuff. But you should see it because it's very cool. And we were a week turnaround for a music video is usually very tough. But I mean, we had to build 5 of the like Saja Boy coats with like custom screen printed details in like 36 hours. It was like crazy. And then like we styled the guys and it was amazing. I mean, it was I had such an amazing time. It was so good. And I'm kind of making this project is where I'm making my debut in terms of some IRL content, and it's not, and it won't be the last time. So I'm excited to watch some of that with you. Thank you, Aki. Can we have a shout out for Aki? Hi, Aki. Hi, Aki. I just saw your comment on my one of the announcements I'm going to be talking about, and yeah, I think the branding is right up your alley. It's so up your alley. Thank you. Hi, Eggy, welcome on in. Hi, Pancake. Hi, Pancake. Hello. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Aki. Yeah. So we're gonna watch that in a little bit. But we also have some other things. Today, I'll start with the first announcement. I know I mentioned it the other day that it was like in the works, but it is official. I am no longer partnered with Advanced UG officially. Okay. Wow. Okay. Main character energy of my arm right now. Hello. Look at this. Oh my God. I should have done gymnastics. Look at my flexibility. So, I am no longer partnered with Advanced GG. I'm very grateful and appreciative of my time with them. I learned a lot, and uh, you know. At the end of the day, I do like their products. I won't ever join a company that I don't actually fully believe in. Um, Sorry, that was like my face froze. Hi, Lost Boy Fritz. Welcome on in. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid, honey. Welcome. Hello. I hope you brought your appetite along with your community. Welcome. I hope you had a wonderful stream. My name is Miss Lala. I'm a 1950s dino waitress VTuber serving up fun in the 21st century. And I hope you're well. Yes, Advanced UG is they're lovely people. I didn't, I just I wanted to move in a different direction, and so and I am trying to, I mentioned this before. I'm trying to uh I'm evaluating a lot of the things that I'm doing in the pursuit of being full time, and so you're going to be seeing some changes here in the diner, and so that's one of them. Um, so I'm no longer partner with them. Um, so if you use my site, any of my products, all of that stuff is off the site. Um, and so, but I do appreciate working with them. They were really nice. But I'm just moving in different directions. And so that's first, okay? First, okay? Uh, yes, Eric, exactly. Sponsors are very important. Sponsors are very, very important. And I guess that leads, I think that's a very good segue. Let me pull up this. Hold on. Let me let's see. I gotta do this. Uh I wanna show this. Okay, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I gotta pull this up here in the diner. Give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Okay. And I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta move. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. What? Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Ah! Wow! Look at that! Wow! Wait, what's this? Wow! Oh, let me. Yes. Look at this. Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Can we get some oohs and ahs? Ooh! Ah! Look at this! Big announcement. Wow! Wow! Okay, so hello, Starlight. I hope you have a wonderful time at the beach today. So yes, I am happy to announce. Yes, thank you, Allie. Ooh, yes, yes. As of today, it is official announcement. I am now with Qualdron Agency. Qualdron, who is owned and run by the fabulous Cat, who is in chat. So cute. It's so fabulous. I am joining, some other really cool people over at Cauldron. Like, hold on, wait for it. Like this cool gal, so Bug and I are both partnered with Qualdron. Qualdron is specifically, just to answer questions, Qualdron is not a VTuber management agency. It is an agency for sponsorships and brand deals. Also helps with my convention appearances and stuff. So Qualdron is more in terms of that. So on the path of trying to be full time, partnered with the fabulous Cat, who I've gotten to know, who I've hung out with. Great. Yes, Cat is an agent. I do love the branded, not gonna lie, of course. Love the branded. And specifically, I love this. So it's a creator focused agency working towards a better industry, only mixing in the good stuff. I think that's so cute. And it's true. I will say, last year I was partnered with, I tried having like somebody to help with sponsorships, and I was unfortunately it was not it didn't work out. And I'm very listen. I'm from the film industry. I want to work with people that are just as passionate as I am. The people I like to surround myself are people who are hardworking, who have an excellent work ethic, and who also, at the end of the day, are really, really good people and who I can trust. And the proof is in the pudding. And I'm going to say Kat has proven that in the pudding. And I've kind of been working with her for a hot second behind the scenes, and very excited to officially announce that I'm part of Cauldron. And Kat has been really great. But here's really hoping, like, for instance, Cauldron is the reason why I got that Mecha Break sponsorship, which was super sick. And they're helping me. Kat talked to the people at V Expo. There's been some wonderful things that have already happened by working with Qualdron. So, really looking forward to the future and all this stuff. So, in the journey of trying to be full time, I'm very, very, very excited to be partnered with them. So you'll see that. You'll start seeing them featured in my bio and stuff. I have to do that. There's some changes now that there's some official stuff. But yes, very, very excited. I actually have been, the Dino team has been expanding behind the scenes. And Summer Hop is my manager, but I've also had some other people on the team. You obviously know Ollie, who does my vertical shorts, Vil, who is my YouTube manager, Kat is now in is my agent for all sponsorship and like branding deal needs. She's handling that. I also work with this fabulous guy named Dan Nation. Dan has basically been a creator manager and a consultant with me these past few months, and he's been really helping me towards his full time goal. So I feel really really happy having this team by my side, because as you know, I really my dream is to be like a full-time creator, and I feel really really happy with the people who I'm working with at the moment, and it hasn't, they have really proven that they have my best interests at heart. um and so, yeah, like for instance, yeah, like a coffee sponsorship would be amazing. I think that's like me just reevaluating like some of my business stuff. Me taking serious, not that I haven't taken seriously, but in other words, I feel like, like I don't come from like a content creation background. And so I feel like in the past few months I've been learning a lot about that, and in a more tangible way. And that is really because of the people I've been working with, which, is a nice segue because we're going to talk about YouTube. But uh, as you know, I've been going on this journey this year in terms of like my content, and I am realizing that I think my future is not only about being a VTuber. I like being a creator in general, and I love encouraging people to be VTubers. That is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. And actually, because of me like showing myself and like face revealing and doing regular like Lala outside of the model content, which is going to be happening more and more often. I've actually had more people approach me about what that transition is like if they're interested in VTubing, and I'm going on a journey, and I'm very happy that I have some of the best people by my side who have the best interests, have my best interests at heart. So yes, very excited to be working with Qualgen. Yes, Kat definitely knows. I saw somebody talk about Elf. I would love to work with a cosmetics company. There's some vintage cosmetics companies I'm very interested in. I also just in general would love to do like a cosmetics like sponsorship or branding, especially because like as I show myself, like I can do that now like a lot easier and better, and I love it. um I love cosmetics and being glamorous and all that stuff. Coffee, a lot of different stuff we're looking into. So I'm very, very excited to be working with them. So if you see Kat, know that if you see Kat hanging out in chat, Kat is definitely one of like the Dinah behind the scenes helping people, and she's an excellent being. She is also a creator herself. She is also a VTuber, and streams and things like that. Let me make sure we do this. If I will do this. But yes. And so make sure to check Kat out as well. But yes. Uh, you know, it's really nice to have a pal that you can bounce ideas off of. Like Bug and I are both very happy to be with Cauldron. I know that very exciting. So, and there's other cool people that they work with, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm in really good company. So very happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I found about Elf's channel and Twitch stuff because they collab with Caroline Kwan. I would love to. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I will say like working like being a part of Next was the one of the best opportunities was to get to know like the other like contestants and the mentors and stuff. And so I'm hoping to continuing getting to know them even though I'm no longer a part of the competition. But I'm very I'm very grateful. I love Carol. You want to talk about like Caroline is so fabulous. I love her. So, but yeah, so this is the first announcement I wanted to talk. I definitely want to so a lot of things that we're trying to get off the ground. So, for instance, so many people have talked about convention appearances and they want me to come to your local con. you have to let us know, and you have to request from the con. Like, let the convention know you're interested in having me there, but also let me know so that I could also talk to Kat and we can like investigate like the cons that we can go to. You know what I mean? I want to go to cons. I want to go to cons as guests. I want to be able to go because if I'm guessing at a con, for the most part, V Expo is the only exception. I will be doing a virtual appearance, but if I'm guessing at a con, I like to be there in person, and I normally like to do IRL meet and greets. Um, and so I want to take that time to like talk to you, get to know you all. I like love doing meet and greets. It really like makes my heart so full. So please, 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 please let us know so that we can pursue like those cons and stuff. So yeah, Red Claw, welcome on in. Mwah! I am part of the brew. Hi, honey, welcome on in. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, hello. But yes, it is. Yes, spam the con organizers. Yeah, listen, I love being. I am learning to just be more open about my dreams and aspirations. I hope to. I'm very excited that I'm a guest at V Expo next year. If I am a guest again, I would love to go in person and spend the entire weekend there. This year just didn't work out because of like scheduling stuff, or whatever. So, but I would like to do that. I want to go to a Texas convention. I'd like to be a guest at an East Coast con. Come on, Anime NYC. Come on, Anime NYC. Come on. I would love to. Come on. I feel like it's a sin that I haven't been a guest in a New York con yet. It's a sin. It's a sin. I would love to. I would love to. I'd love to go like to Hawaii. I'd love to go to. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to travel because it's so interesting looking at where the Gremlins are split up. Obviously, number one is the United States, and then I think it's then it's the UK. And then we got 20% of my gremlins are in the UK, and then Canada. So I'd love to go to Canada. I also have friends in Canada that I'd love to see. Yeah. So next year. Yeah, next year I hope to. So cross your fingers. If there's cons that you're interested, please let us know so that we can investigate and look into that. But yes, very happy to be part of Cauldron. Cauldron is good people. And yeah, a Cat is a very ambitious, hardworking woman, and respect the hell out of her. She's great. We got to hang out a lot at Anime Expo, and just really, really good times. So yeah. Make a style who make awards. I've been saying for a couple years that it'd be really cool if things like Streamer Awards also incorporate things like maker stylists who might make award outfits, kind of like the Met Gala. Girl, that is so up my alley. That is so up my alley. I can't wait for the Streamer Awards because I like talking about. I love it. Look at that red carpet. Yeah. Yes, I would. Yes, I would love that. Oh my god, we need our own Met Gala. Come on, I would love that. Come on, we need a Streamers Gala. I'd be very passionate about that. But yeah, so we have that. So big announcement was Cauldron. So you'll see that like changed in my socials and stuff that I'm with Cauldron. Very, very happy. Some people in the past were like, "Oh, listen, I am someone who works in the film industry. I have learned that I really like boutique agencies, as in like smaller agencies that you can get more personalized, hands-on feedback and work. That is definitely my taste in terms of the uh, like companies I work with. I don't want to be lost in a sea of like 150 people. Uh, so it was important to me to also be a part of this. So this aligns with a lot of my a lot of just like my tastes, because for a while, like Summer Hop and I were looking at a lot of different like agencies in terms of who to partner up with. Had some conversations with some people, and really Cauldron was just the best. Yeah. So yeah. So very, very happy. You know I'm being a big girl now. Look at me. I like have a sponsorship agency. I have an entertainment lawyer who is now is looking at like the contracts I get involved in, which is good. I mean, look, I'm being a big girl. Yeah, and so I'm really I've always said this. I'm not really interested in being part of a corpo for any kind of like. I was never really interested. The only one I was interested in was V Shoujo, and unfortunately, obviously, that uh that is no longer a thing. Um, but that was the only time, and the only reason I was interested. Not the only. There was a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons was I like having control over all my stuff. So I know that I am very. I don't know if you call it petty. I don't know if it's juvenile. I'm definitely someone who, like you, if you try to force me to do something, I will absolutely like cross my arms and be like, nah, I want to do it now. Nah, the more you ask me to do, I'm not gonna fucking do it. Like I'm definitely like that, like a fucking kid. So so I definitely have like that. So I have learned, and that's also why like I love being a full-time, like I like my like why I want to be a full-time creator is because like I really like having the control over my own stuff, and it's been so like healing and fabulous and wonderful, and I still get to do all the things I like to do. Um so yeah, so anyway, I have no plans on joining like any kind of like management agency. I have the people that I love to work with. I can't trust anyone more than Summer Hop, who has been my manager. She's been helping me. She helps me so much behind the scenes. She hates when I like give her positive affirmations and put her on center stage, but whatever, fucking deal with it. But she is. But not only that, she's like my best friend of like I can piss in front of this girl in person and like without qualms. I fucking love her. And so she's been my best friend for like 15 years. So like there's nobody else I would trust to be my manager than her. I've been working with Dan Nation for like he's been really, really helpful. Like we've been starting to work together since like the beginning of this year, and he has been so integral. This year has been me evaluating all my stuff and like working on like my workflow. And Dan has been an amazing, amazing asset in terms of helping me navigate content creation and doing so firmly and kindly. Summer Hop does not have previous management experience. She is like neurotypical, and she is just how do you say? We always called her like the Hulk, because she's like tiny but mighty. Like you don't expect her to like. She's like, I don't know. She's the perfect person because, I don't know. I think why she makes such a great manager? Here, I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, she knows me very well. She knows me. She knows me at my best. She knows me at my worst. She knows all my quirks and all this stuff. But she also is someone who, first of all, she prioritizes my health when I don't prioritize my health. She also is someone who is incredibly organized. She's very passionate about this. Like she loves, like she's taught me a lot about like who to watch, who to learn. She's incredibly supportive. And she's very firm, and she always has my best interests in mind, and she's not afraid to tell me and this is, if I can give any advice to anybody when you're looking for people who are in your camp, you don't want just yes people. You want people who are going to be real with you, who say, this didn't do well, you can do better. You should have done this, or, give critical notes that help. They have your best interest. They'll tell you like, I don't know if I trust this person in terms of like business relations. Look at things objectively. I know like I definitely have a problem of like, I have a problem of like giving everybody the benefit of the doubt, and I will always give somebody a chance to like redeem themselves. I will always do that, and I am very firm of that because I like to give people a chance to improve if I give feedback. Um but Um, she is like having people who are very honest with you in your corner is very, very important. And so she's just raw dogging management. She's raw dogging management. It's so funny because, uh, not that to speak for her, but she was like, so how it happened was that and I don't mind saying this, but like she was always just helping me like at the very beginning, like when I started to do this, like she was just always just kind of helpful, and she was just doing it as a friend to like help me out. And then when I was starting to look at managers like last year, I started to talk to some people, and I was like, oh, but all the things that you're telling me that you do, I already have someone who does that and who's volunteering. So why am I gonna pay you when I'm just gonna pay her instead? It makes no sense. So so I'm that basically is it. And so when people are like, "Oh, are you taking other clients?" When she's like, people have approached her because I don't like, for the most part, I like either being with Don Don or Summer Hop when I go to events, and people have come up to her being like, "Oh, do you take other clients?" And she's like, if I had to handle more than what like, I keep her hands so fucking busy. I'm like the feral wild child that she's got to look over at the park. Like she's sitting on a park bench smoking a cigarette, being like, this fucking kid. Well, like I'm running around on like a child leash. Like that is definitely our dynamic. Like, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, so I don't think I think she it's not to speak for her. If she has aspirations to take on more clients, I will absolutely support that. I will never tell somebody that they can't, like, if I want you, listen, if you, I don't feel threatened by people working with other people. Like that's, first of all, that's crazy. I feel like if I love your work, I want you to be successful. I really believe, like, what is it? A rising tide lifts all ships or whatever it is. I've always been like that. And so if like somebody is looking for somebody, I will always recommend them because I want good people. I want good people to continue like succeeding, If there's people who aren't like, you know what I mean? Like the proof, like once again, the proof is in the pudding. Why am I going to recommend somebody that is bad? I wouldn't actively sabotage anybody, and I don't like to gatekeep. I'm an open book, but so I would never block anybody's back. Never ever. That's literally not in my character. So anyway, so highly recommend. Listen, I don't, Kat, are you actively talking to are you taking on, or is it like open, are you open to talking to other creators, or are you like, before I say, I don't want to say something and then like I'm giving false information. Oh yeah, absolutely. And everybody talks. Here's the thing, and everybody talks. Like if you think that you're like whatever you're dealing with is isolated, no, everybody talks. So, your reputation should precede you. Reputation should precede you. If you're excellent at your job, you're excellent at your job. Yeah. But Kat, if because I don't want to say, oh, like you should hit her up if you're not taking in, if you're not looking to talk to. I have, but if you want to reach, yes, okay, yes, okay, there you go, straight from the cat's mouth, straight from the cauldron's mouth. Kat says she has a few spots open, and so if you're interested in working with her, reach out, see if your style and your morals vibe and all that stuff. Also, to be completely transparent, also one of the reasons why I also adore Kat is that Kat is an NSFW creator, and as you know, that is something that I've been dabbling in. And last stream we talked about this, but the diner may be having some after hours stuff happening that we are working on. We are transferring from Patreon to Blue Twitch. So yes. So I also feel really good working with someone who understands that, which is great. So very, very happy about that. So yes. Anyway, good things are happening. I know, like, I haven't, like, I feel like last year I was doing, like, I had a lot more, like, outfit debuts and events and stuff like that. This year, I wanted to really focus on getting my workflow kind of established, kind of like learning a lot, taking a step back and just focusing on like getting my foundation set up and really building a team that I feel very, very comfortable and that I trust. You know, I've only been doing this for 3 years. For some people, that's already a long time. But I feel like 3 years, you know, when I think about my journey in entertainment, you know, I've been a stylist and designer for 12 years, right? And I feel like in 3 years in this space, I've accomplished so much. I think it took me 8 years before I got my agent as a designer and before I became a union designer. You know what I mean? And so the fact that it's happening 3 years into this journey is like a big deal. And so, you know, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, I want to do this for like as long as I can. I'm loving it. I really don't like, it's been such a wonderful thing. My family talks about how much happier I seem just regularly because of my life as a streamer and creator. So just thank you so much for like helping me. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, 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 yeah. Deliver that poll to the back room. Oh my God. So funny. Yeah. You're so funny. Good morning, Chauncey. Good morning. So yes. So that's I wanted to share that. But I did want to clarify because I know sometimes in this space somebody see like some people see agency, they see all this stuff and they think, you know, whatever that means. It's not, you know, this doesn't mean I'm corpo or anything. So I just like to clarify those things. You know, management companies are different. You know, VTuber agencies can be very different. This is a sponsorship agency. So think of Kat as like my agent. And so until, I hope, yeah, I don't plan on joining like a management agency. I'm very happy with the people I work with. So here's to the future, everybody. Here's to the future. Here's the future. And thank you so much. Thank you, Sasha. Drake DDF, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Thank you, honey. Mwah. And hi, Omni. Omni, it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday, Omni, okay? It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday, Omni. Stop confusing people. Hold on. Actually, it's not my birthday, man. Psh. Not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Not my birthday. Oh my God. I feel like I need reparations. I need reparations for this. What is this? What is this? But I will, Jesus, why is Cholula open? What the fuck? Anyway, BB, thank you for 22 freaking months. Wow, nearly 2 years. Mwah! Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, honey. I can't thank you. That really means a lot. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Love your channel. Thank you. Oh my God, that means a lot. Listen, I will say, and this isn't to knock anybody down. I feel like one of the strangest compliments I get is, the only reason I say it's strange, like people are like, wow, you are just like your avatar, like in terms of my personality. And I was like, I am who I am. And people are like, wow, you're just so nice. Like when people repeatedly say that to me, or you say like, you're so warm or whatever, for me, in my head, it's a strange compliment, not because it's not sweet or kind. I'm just like, the way that people say it, it's like they have so much pain in their life. I was like, what do you mean? Why? Who has been such a jerk to you? I'm so sorry. Like, you know what I mean? So it means a lot when, listen, I always want you to feel like I want you to feel like your family here. I want you to have a good time. I will always be listen, you are the reason I'm able to do this. I am so grateful, and I love meeting and talking to everybody whenever they come in. But yes. Oh, welcome on in. Hi, Raiders. Welcome. 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 My name is Miss Lala. I'm a 1950s diner waitress VTuber serving up fun in the 21st century. It is so nice to have you in today. We were just highlighting a special announcement, which is I'm working with a sponsorship agency by the name of Qualdron. Fabulous. But welcome on in, Space Butter! Thank you so much for sharing your community. Bring them over. I hope you also brought your appetite, because, I don't know if we kind of serve food here, so kind of thing. But yes, it's so nice to meet you. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you had a wonderful time with your community. We're just yapping, catching up before we do some more date everything. But yes, it's so nice to have you in a happy time zone. Welcome. Hi, Neil Bug. Welcome. Yeah. Thank you very much for the sweet words. I'm definitely like, I don't know, like it's yeah, as I dive into, like, there's certain things I'm interested in pursuing, like, like doing some voiceover work or whatever, and things like that. I definitely don't consider myself an actress. So even if I wanted to be something else, I couldn't. That's also like when I have considered, there's been times when I considered like auditioning for like Hollow Live, but I was like, there's no way I could. There's no way I could because I am who I am, and I know I'd slip up. I know at one time I'd be like, I don't know, Princess Kawaii Chan, 69420 debuts with Hololive, and I would try to be like, Kawaii Uwu, and then, my fucking accent will come up. I'll talk about my husband. I'll fucking dox myself. Shit's gonna happen, and it'd just be a mess. So actually, for Hololive safety, I decided not to audition. I'm a constant liability. So, the head, is so crazy. But yes, it's fine. Yeah. Oh man. Can't get a serving of pancakes and chocolate shake. Let's see what I can see. I can work something out. Might be a while in terms of maybe when the food is served, but I can see what I could work out. I can see what I could work out. Maybe. Pancake sounds so good though. Oh my God, my coffee's at the door. Hold on. Wait, my coffee's at the door. I got my coffee's at the door. Hold on. Gambit Cam. Look at the boy. Look at the boy. Let me go get my coffee. Hold on. Gambit. This is now Gambit stream. Yeah. Oh my God. Coffee. Oh my God. Oh my God. Gambit, what's 2 plus 2? You're trying to get Gambit to listen.
For what do you think just because I'm a dog I can't count?
Okay, that's what is happening? What are you doing? You trying to see if my dog can count? Oh my God. La bebida de vida. My coffee. But yes, so we've been cooking in the diner behind the scenes, trying to get some things streamlined. There are some cool things coming, so I guess now I want to. There's a couple of things. I keep on saying that. There's a couple of things. There's always a couple of things. I'm always fucking running my mouth. Okay, so speaking of, so there are speaking of things that are happening in the background. Mark your calendars. We have a couple of things coming up. Uh, there is a next month. Uh, next month. We are celebrating my 2-year partner anniversary. We're doing a partnerversary. Partnerversary. Yippee! We're celebrating a couple of years doing a partner. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we weren't cooking in the. Listen. I know, Emmy. I know. I'm a one-woman business. You know, I feel like I got extra hands, but they don't do really anything. They're all eye candy. Both the Gremlins, Gambit, they're all eye candy. My husband, eye candy. I'm the one woman who's running everything. But next month we're celebrating partnerversary, so mark your calendars. August 11th, we're gonna be doing a stream. You hit this goal, and I figured it'd be a really good time. But I will be making an aspic. I'm not sharing ass pics for clarification. Okay, I know it sounds very similar. All right, no, an aspic, a Jello mold, a vintage Jello mold with food in it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, aspic. Thanks, Lena. Oh, you know how to make a lady blush. Thank you. So we're gonna do that. So that means, so what's gonna happen is that we are going to do. Listen. Yes, we're gonna do the scary Jello. As the anniversary stream. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be. We're gonna be doing the crazy Jello. And I have to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I would love for you guys to help me pick the ingredients for it. So I gotta have to figure that out. But we're gonna have to figure that out. And then also on the partner anniversary, we will be debuting a new channel trailer. I feel like I can. I'm gonna save it as a surprise. But it is really. I actually started working on it. I worked on it last year, and I think it reflects kind of what I want to do with my content. In terms of it blending my love of filmmaking and IRL stuff mixed with VTubing. So I'm very excited. Yes. So we will make sure. So, are you saying that your ass pics will jiggle like Jello now? Yeah, listen, it will jiggle because it is Jello. It will jiggle because it is Jello. Okay. So we're gonna be doing that August 11th. Also, if you look in the Discord. You will see we have a couple of busy months. Lucky you guys, because August and September we have lots of makeups in terms of community nights. So next month we are doing 2 gaming nights and 1 movie night. Okay, so if you look at the calendar, that means nearly every week we're going to have a community night. It will be on Tuesdays in August, just because of how the schedule is working out. I will be traveling in August for a brief weekend because my cousin is having her baby shower. I'm so excited. My cousin and I are like we're like very much like twins. We're very, very similar. She'll come by the diner sometime in the future. She's huge into like video. We used to cosplay together. She's like super into video games, anime, fan, all this stuff. I love her. So we're celebrating her pregnancy. Very excited. So I will be traveling for a weekend. But so Tuesdays, 3 back to back, and because we hit those goals during the Lolathon, you, my wonderful gremlins, you get to choose one of the game nights, and you get to choose one of the movies. So in the Discord. This is in the Discord. I'll be reminding everybody every single stream. In the Discord, in the community night channel, put your votes. Say some movies that you think you would like for people to watch. If I can encourage you to choose maybe not as niche movies, right? Because everybody's gonna have to vote. So if there's like, I don't know, like we did Spaceballs as our last movie night. I saw some people saying like, "Oh, we should watch like another Mel Brooks movie, or if you want to watch like a Spielberg movie or anything like that. Like if you want to watch an animated film, whatever you want to do, make sure to put in the Discord. Then whichever ones are repeated, we'll like put into a poll. You'll vote for it, and then we'll do that. And the same thing with the game night. Finally, we will finally play Mario Kart this month. It'll be Mario Kart 8, so those with regular Switches can play. Because I don't have a Switch too, so I don't even know, you know what I mean? So, oh, hi, Rhythm. Thank you so much. If you type exclamation point model, you can see my information about my modeler. And I call them my like digital couturier, V Lightning. She's made outfits for me. I love her. Those are like the two people I work with. There's one more artist I really want to work with, and to scoop them as part of my 3D like Arsenal group. But I have to figure out how I want to work with them. It's Mari 3D. I love her work so much. Been a fan ever since she was a wee baby 3D modeler. There was a time where I had approached her actually because I didn't know if Okuda would be able to make my model due to like just personal circumstances in their life. I had reached out to Mari about potentially being my modeler. She's so sweet. So I would like to work with her one day just for one of my outfits. But I love V Lightning. V Lightning always knocks it out of the park. Okuda, I'm very excited because your girl will have a new model for my birthday, and Okuda and I are reuniting. I'm very excited because I'm getting a whole makeover for it. I'm very, very excited. Hi, Mendito. Welcome on in. Hello. It's not my birthday pancake. um, which I think is also another good segue because I'm gonna start talking about it. Life has been so crazy. Literally yesterday, because I'm on a short film right now. I designed it, but I have somebody else like being a set costumer. But it's been back to back between. What happened, Gambit? That one was self inflicted. Oh my god, I saw Gambit talking, but why didn't I hear him? What happened, Gambit? Why didn't I hear you? I saw Gambit. What happened? I know why that didn't work.
That one was self-inflicted.
Okay. But okay, so we have I love doing art. Nowhere near enough for VTuber. Listen, yeah, you can listen. You can have a PNG. You can have a static image and be a VTuber. Okay, like I encourage everybody to first try it out because I feel like a lot of people think that VTubing needs to be at a certain level and it doesn't need to be. Anybody can do it. Anybody can start. How far or how much you want to go is entirely up to you. But if you're just getting into it, I always recommend just starting off with like a basic image. It could literally, I mean, nowadays there's so much more resources nowadays. You can get an inexpensive like PNG or something from Etsy if you want. You can even get like 2D models off of Etsy now for very inexpensive. I think I saw like a chibi gremlin model for like $15. Like you can like literally very, very inexpensive. It is so easy to get started nowadays. Honestly, if so just try it and see. Just try it and see. Yeah. And I think, and even like to what you're saying, Emmy, like good puppetry, I even think that comes with time. Like if you look at my first videos and streams with my model, like I didn't understand like how to play with like the sensitivity of the expression. So like when I first it's so funny because when I look at early clips, I'm like, ha ha ha, oh my god, I missed that kind of thing. So oh, hold on, I think I have to take this. I'm so sorry. Sorry, that was a work call I actually had to take. I'm so sorry. I had to do that. I know. So it's so funny because Lloyd got upset at me about. He didn't get upset, but he was like, "Lala, you use your regular phone for stream." I was like, "Yeah, I don't have a separate phone." He's like, "So you don't use your phone while I stream?" I was like, "No. If somebody calls me, my model will totally freeze up." Whoops, sorry. So I had to take that. It was a work call. Uh, but yes, uh, but yes, what's the, let's see, love the model. Saw you mentioned by Mousy a while back on seeing your model started. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Power Pill. Thank you very much. Listen, that's why I went 3D. I love 3D because the rigging is integral to it. I don't have to think about a whole other process. I also just like and I'm getting like a full body, like full like setup that is very, very like, this is what I tell people. 2D VTubing, there's more of an upfront cost in terms of like your model and your rigging and stuff compared to a 3D model. Like 3D models are usually less expensive compared to a 2D model on average. On average, okay? However, where the investment comes in for a 3D VTuber is in the equipment. That's where I have, like, I'm still saving up for like more advanced equipment so that I can do like all kinds of cool stuff. Like my dream is to be able to have like an OptiTrack setup. OptiTrack is like what Fillion uses, what a lot of like HoloLive, but like to have an OptiTrack setup that you own, like the base price of it, I think is like $30,000 at the minimum, right? Because you're talking about an advanced mocap system that is like equivalent to what they use in like the film industry. But when you have people like, there's a more that is my big dream. That is my big dream. But my more closer immediate dream that I'm saving up money for is for like the to have like all the vibe trackers I need, all the base stations I need so that I can do more full body stuff. And Mokapi, I do have a Mokapi set. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you. And Mokapi is actually also working on upgrading their stuff. So I've been kind of keeping my eyes and ears open for like developments in the space regarding tracking, because I would love to be able to finally do like full body tracking. I right now just use Elite Motion and my phone. That is what I use. And so, I'm hoping to upgrade more with time. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. But yes, that's one thing. I talked to, because I love Watado. That's the program I use. Once again, I will. If anybody ever has questions, I'm very open about the stuff I use. I don't ever want to be like, oh, you'll have to like go on a 7-day journey and like find an ancient crypt to discover the VTuber secrets. Nah, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe in that. Like I will tell you whatever I use anytime. But Watado was actually, when I spoke to Tiger, who is like the dev of Watado, they were the ones who were very, very kind and open. Like they've held my hand in terms of like learning about like the programs, and they're the ones who told me like all these different companies that that like do mocap, who like have those systems, who provide those systems. And so I've been doing research, been trying to figure out like, that stuff. But it is an endeavor, which is a little bit more involved than 2D tracking, 2D VTubing. 2D VTubing like is amazing because you can really go balls to the walls with the art and like the rigging and just all the fabulous details. And one day I would love to have a 2D model. One day I would, as part of my arsenal. I don't think of it as like, oh, I'm upgrading to a 2D model. I just want a 2D model so it's one of the models I get to play with. You know what I mean? Because I just think it's really fun. 3D is my favorite though. I love feeling like the diners in a video game. And so, some of the more immediate goals I have for the diner is like porting the diner to VR chat, right? That is something I'm definitely trying to look into, and trying to get like full body tracking set up. Yep. I love that this way doesn't have any. Just Well, okay. So I gotta say, hi Ed Meister, hello, happy Wednesday, happy time zone, hi honey. Okay, I get we're following. Listen, we're encountering national segues. I love this. Speaking of swearing, did you see the news with YouTube? Which is a good segue to YouTube for me to talk about all the stuff happening over there. So did you see the news about YouTube? Do you see about YouTube? Okay, let me. We're gonna go back over here for a second. Okay, let me pull this up so you can see the news about YouTube. Let's see. Did they put it here? Hold on. I'll find it for you. So, so YouTube. Okay, so YouTube has updated its monetization policy to allow swearing within the first 7 seconds of videos. Both old and new uploads are not eligible to earn full revenue. Thank fucking God. Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to be a New Yorker who, like, you know, it's like my first words were like goo goo gaga and fuck your mother. Like, I can't believe, like, I have been actively, like, I have been talking to Ali about how to, like, when it comes to editing stuff, and same thing with Vil. Like, in terms of this, like, you know how difficult this is for me? This is great. I was like, thank the Lord. Thank the powers that be. Amazing. Fucking great. Yes, for the first 7 seconds of the video, I could say fuck, fuckity, fuck, yes, finally. Yes, you hear that, little Timmy, 6-year-old, looking at your Minecraft videos? Welcome to the diner. Yes, welcome. Well, we're going to teach you a lot about vocabulary today. This is like the New York Sesame Street, even though Sesame Street is in New York. So, what about the seconds after the first 7? Oh, yeah, after the first 7, you got to be like an angel. That's the thing. That's the fine print of this. You can say in the first 7 seconds, but you got to like blow your load. You got to blow your load, and the rest of the video's got to be like squeaky clean. So many people getting pissy. Why? Oh, what? A word like, oh no. A word like what? A swear word? A swear, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. A swear word. A swear word is what bothers you. Oh my God. No, think of the children. Think of the children. No, think of the children with the swearing. Think of the children with the swearing. What about the Peppa Pig videos that people put up where she's like eating her father? What about all this other stuff that is there? Why are you coming after language censorship when there is far more damaging content out there, or far more other things to be upset? Like, please give me a break. Give me a break. Okay. Give me a break. Also, your kid is already swearing. You just don't know it. All right. They're just very good actors. Okay. God. So anyway, very exciting. Especially because I've been listen, one of the things that they should moderate YouTube's. Yes, well, exactly. That part. That part, Rook Ragent. They should moderate YouTube kids better, not punish adults for being adults. And they do, like, when you're uploading content, you are asked, like, is this content for children, right? And it's like, no, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that is, there is a young demographic on the platform. And if they are concerned about, like, the accessibility to that, then that is a different, like, language isn't what makes a ruffian child, like there's so much else that, I mean, it's the internet, right? Kids are being exposed to crazy things every single day. And so them saying shit, balls, fuck, cocksucker in the first 7 seconds of a video is not going to make your child a serial killer. I promise. Okay. Maybe this is a hot take, whatever it is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Can you crack down on the AI generated videos? How about that? How about that? How about that? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. They put this out at the same time that YouTube is putting out AI age verification to determine your account's age. It's a valid concern, but the parents need to step. Yeah. Yeah. It is a case of people being mad at the content creator for swearing in the videos. It isn't the creator to make content for people outside. Yes, exactly. Exactly that part. Listen, we have our individual audiences, right? And what works for my community is different from works from other people's communities. And, my target audience is not a young demographic. I don't make my content for young people. You know what I mean? I expect half of the references I make, even 25-year-olds don't even get them, okay? All right? I'm like a geriatric streamer, okay? My sense of humor, I'm like I'm like the boomer VTuber, okay? I'm like the boomer VTuber, all right? I'm still learning what the fuck Auriformin is, all right? So like but like definitely like this is a question like if don't you shouldn't have to punish the creators for the stuff that they do as long as their content is not harmful content, right? I will say that caveat. Like I don't believe in harmful content, derogatory content, none of that. Like not, I don't believe in that. But in terms of language moderation, I just think that just like, if it's natural to someone's parlance, I don't know. It would be like people getting mad at Cottontail because their kids talk and watch the stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, come on. Like, that's wild. Wild. And, like as someone who grew up when like the internet, I grew up in an era where I saw, God, I can't believe I'm fucking aging myself, but like growing up in an era where like, you see how the internet like developed into what it is now. It's like they're definitely, I mean, there's definitely like, and like I have a nephew who's 10 who I love very much, and so like he uses YouTube all the time. And he likes watching like Roblox videos or whatever. And for the most part, there are creators that are recommended within his algorithm that are just that specifically make that content for like that demographic. But the algorithm will also once in a while recommend someone who he shouldn't be watching. And and I'm the one who has conversations with him about that because he knows that his TT does content. And so like we have conversations about that, and that I'm like, it's not that there's some people out there that I don't want you to watch, not because, just because like what they discuss is not appropriate for you. You know what I mean? And my sister, obviously, like my sister is a very good mom. She's very, very good, but she doesn't understand like this space. And so like it's easier for me to kind of help her navigate that. And I talk to my nephew about it. So, but yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah. My parents absorb AI. Like my parents, like, I like when, at the beginning of the year, I was staying with my parents for like 4 months, right? Because they were moving. And I was helping them, pack up their home, get rid of stuff or whatever. And like the way they would decompress is that they would put on YouTube videos and it would be these like AI generated videos where they'd be like, did you know Danny DeVito died? And I was like, Ma, are you watching these AI YouTube videos? And she was like, well, yeah, well, they're not. What do you mean? And then like, I was like, no, Ma. And then I'd watch, it's like, stop watching. Or I hear them talking about, did you know like Marilyn Monroe? Like it'd be like these like videos that are the content in them is AI generated. The photos are sometimes AI generated. And then the narration is an AI narrator. I was like, Ma, you got to stop watching this. There are creators who actively actually do this. Let me show you who they are. Stop watching these videos. These are terrible videos. Please don't get them their viewership. So, I think like stuff like that is a lot more harmful. So it's it's crazy. It's crazy. But yes. So anyway, this is crazy. I was very happy to hear this news as someone who has a little bit of a potty mouth. Very happy to hear this. But not alternatively, but I did want to share that, speaking of YouTube, I did want to talk about this. Like I said, we're talking about some things before we get into the gaming for the day. So, oh, okay. Which is good because this is just good segue in general. So, uh, so, you have been asking, as have YouTube. Everyone's been asking for me to work on my YouTube. My YouTube has been the poor neglected child of my content, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that it is taking me so long to get this going. I will be totally honest and transparent. As a creator, it has been very overwhelming. Like, I think people talk about all the things you should do, and in this space, I don't think people talk about enough how um how overwhelming it could be. Like, as you grow, right? Like, I've talked about this with some people, but like when I was a smaller creator and a smaller streamer, I had less to worry about, right? Especially because I was just treating it as a casual hobby. Like, I was having a great time, like things were fine. I had less pressures in terms of like the things I had to do, and I was very like lackadaisy, which is, by the way, a great pilot, a great animated pilot if you haven't seen it. But the term lackadaisy, like I wasn't like, I was just doing the creative work that was fulfilling to me. I wasn't thinking of like long term goals or plans or whatever. And then once, basically, ever since I debuted these models and like things like started to shift in terms of my growth, I was like, oh, I think this is actually a pathway for me to have a career. And then I started to think about what that looked like. And so when you become like on the road to being a full-time creator, you have to think about, well, I want to diversify my income, right? Because God forbid some like Twitch gets shut down tomorrow. I got to still be able to pay my bills, right? So you got to figure out other ways where you have income coming in. And it's very common for people who are streamers to also have YouTube. And so, but my workflow was really overwhelming. I felt like I was never catching up. I feel like I was always underwater, especially because I'm still balancing my other career, right? Like, I'm still having to do those jobs because of my income, right? I still need to do my styling work so I can pay, like, literally my rent, the food on the table, like my car, I got to pay my insurance, I got to pay for all these different things. And so, and because of the strikes, my income has gone down because just work has changed, right? I still have a lot of colleagues in the film industry who just haven't been able to recover in terms of their work. So me doing streaming has been literally a lifesaver. But at the same time, in terms of me doing that, I've had to consider a lot of things, and it's been very overwhelming for me, which is why I brought on, because, it's Summer Hop and I. Like, Summer Hop and I have been managing so much just by ourselves. And then I slowly brought in other people to, like, help. But it's been us for a long time. And, Summer Hop has her life, too. She has her job and stuff like that. It's a lot, for people. So anyway, this is a big shout out. As you I mentioned Danonation, and Vil, two wonderful people. My YouTube has stayed afloat because of Vil, who I'm going to shout out. Vil. So first, my YouTube manager is Vil. Vil also was making my clips for a long time. And so I love Vil. Vil is also a VTuber. Vil is also a VTuber. Be sure to follow Vil. Vil is amazing. I have nothing but amazing, wonderful things to say about Vil. But Vil has been making sure I have a YouTube presence this entire time. But I've been so overwhelmed because usually I would be uploading my vertical shorts and stuff. But I've just been so overwhelmed with all the things happening, especially this year. I mean, I talked about it once again last week, between being in a dark mental and emotional place following my Bishoujo audition, my parents' move, fires in LA, work and travel, and Don's grandfather passed away. Dealing with like literally, we've been dealing with so much this year that having any kind of clarity in terms of my work has been very difficult. So, anyway, and actually, Villa is debuting I think a 2.0 model this week, and it's a muscle mommy model because he's the crab and he's Vil and then Liv is his best friend. And so be sure to check him out. He's really really sweet. So anyway, so Vil has been going into my streams, clipping my streams, uploading them, and managing this account, right? And so the reason why I even have content on this channel is entirely because of Vil, and I'm so grateful for his hard work because all of this is thanks to him. So really, really big shout out in terms of that. And but I hadn't uploaded shorts in like a year. Just to show, I hadn't uploaded any shorts, and I hadn't if I may go back to if I may, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just mute this tab. We're gonna mute that tab. And I hadn't uploaded VODs, which was constantly a lot of people had been asking for a very long time. The last VOD that I had uploaded was a year I think it was, hold on. Yes, a year ago. It was a year ago. So these were greatly neglected channels, and I'm really, really sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry. Yes, he's the crab. Yes, he's the crab. He's the crab. So I have been very overwhelmed. So anyway, I had it. These are big, like neglectful, like these were big sore points for me, and I felt really, really bad. And now I will also shout out Dan, who I've also been working it with, Dan and Nation. Dan, who I love. So both of them. So now Vil is now moving into truly a more manager role in my YouTube, and Dan has been just helping in general in terms of like content pipeline and workflow, and I'm very very happy. And then Summer Hop once again, Summer Hop, the incredible Summer Hop, we figured it out. Finally, there is updates to all the things. So starting a few days ago, VOD started to go back up. So, and I am so sorry. There are definitely streams that are now lost media. I don't know what happened to them. I thought I downloaded them. Some of them are just gone forever, and I'm really, really sorry about that. Some like really great gameplay, like playthroughs and stuff. And so I feel like what I'm going to do is that for some of my favorite games that I did not do, that I don't have the VODs for, I'd love to revisit them. For instance, I don't have This Bed We Made as, which was one of my favorite playthroughs. And I feel like we beat that game in like a weekish. It wasn't that long. So I think we're just going to play through some of these games again and then put them in here. But so the good thing is that every day until I think the end of August, you'll be able, a new VOD is going up. That's how many VODs were in the back burner. But so every single day there is a new VOD. There is like, there's some of my old like Fallout 76 stuff, like me playing for the first time, which was from last year. Oh, I miss doing Fallout content so much. Fallout content is coming back. I promise Fallout content is coming back. Just charity redeems, all this stuff. This is when you ordered the pizza. I had to eat the pizza. I did the Lester soda tasting, all these crazy things. And so these will be going up one day at a time. So know that that is happening. And if you want to check out the VODs, this is the VODs channel. Make sure I share this. So be sure to follow the VODs channel. I will be, I haven't made a command for it yet.
I was busy last night, but like we were finalizing some stuff. But this is the VOD channel, so be sure to follow. Hi, Norton. Hi, welcome back, honey. Welcome on in. Thank you, Motwa. Thank you very much. So that's this. Okay. Then we have. Let me go back here. This is okay. Now, what used to be the clip channel, what used to be titled as the clip channel, is now my main YouTube channel because this is going to be the focus for a while. So the clip channel is now Miss Lala VT. Okay, it's just Miss Lala VT, which is nice. And I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Happy Wednesday. Happy time zone. So if you don't know, every week I have 2 horizontal clips from streams that go up. So and they've been regularly going up every single week for a long time. Once again, thank you to Phil. So they've been going up. But I'm happy to also say that shorts are now being uploaded and daily coming out on the channel as well. So this also started a few days ago, where we're seeing shorts every single day are coming out. So, which is really, really exciting. I realized when I went to Off Kai and even Anime Expo, and even here sometimes in chat, people would be like, "Oh, I found your content via YouTube." So, the channel is not we have a lot of gremlins on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of gremlins on YouTube, so it's really exciting to see that. You will also notice, on the clip channel, I am very openly sharing content, both me in the diner and both me outside of the diner, which is going to be something more common. I still don't think I'm going to do IRL regular face cam streams are still going to be a very special occasion because I just love being a VTuber. But streaming at YouTube at the same time as Twitch. So I have thought about that. I think, first of all, I definitely think I'm biting one bit at a time, if that makes sense. So getting my YouTube pipeline worked out was such a journey because every time we'd start, I feel like there'd be a million things happening. And finally, we worked it out this month. On top, which is crazy that we worked that out on top of all the stuff that's been happening. Once again, let me outline what my life has been like for the past month and a half since the end of May. Actually, whatever that. So 2 months, actually, because it's about to be August. So for 2 months. So 2.5 months. Actually, 2.5 months because this started towards the middle of May. Middle of May, it's crazy crunch time for the Lalathon, prepping all the things. Then I do the Lalathon, right? And the Lalathon is super busy. Then immediately after the Lalathon, I travel for Tribeca. And so literally since the middle of May, I was literally looking at my calendar yesterday. Since the middle of May up until now, the only weekend I had off was the weekend I had COVID, and that was because I had COVID. So you're talking about that's 4, 8, 10 weeks, 10 weekends that I haven't really had off because I've been either traveling because of a work opportunity, or I had a work commitment, or I was traveling for a convention. I had a wedding. I was traveling every single weekend for a long time, or I had a work commitment. And June was, I had Tribeca. Then from Tribeca, it was, what was it? It was Lalathon, Tribeca, Off Kai. Then it was Anime Expo. I had a commercial, got COVID, had this music video. Then I had the short film that I was prepping for that is shooting right now. And on top of that, we're trying to get the YouTube managed. I was working on some, assembling the team behind the scenes, still trying to stream. It's been a wild tune. I actually, this year has been so crazy in terms of all the things happening for a million different reasons. But especially these past 2 months when people are like, "Oh, Miss Lala, I would like to spend time with you." I was like, "I promise I'm not ignoring you. I wish I could tell you how fucking busy I am." And so it's been crazy, okay? It's been so wild. So anyway, that being said, one of the successful things that came out of that is that there's a YouTube pipeline. And so that meant that VODs are now going to be regularly being published. So every single day there's a new VOD. And then what else? And then there's shorts going up 5 times a week. And I think that's going to be the new short schedule. And what I'm going to actually start working on is I'm going to start actually working on doing more content that is featuring myself, not as a VTuber. And I'm embracing the fact that I'm not only a VTuber, I am a creator. And specifically that's because of my love of fashion and styling and what I do. And I want to share that with you more often, because then you also see like why, like, I can't stream, I'm on set or whatever. So yes, literally, people are like, "Oh, what do you need a manager for?" I was like, Summer Hop, literally, like, Summer Hop, Dan, and Kat are constantly pinging me to make sure my eyes are on things. Like, having people like that are really, really helpful, because with everything going on, something will absolutely slip through the cracks. And if there's things that are time sensitive, and so, like, that has been amazing to have that kind of support, for sure. Oh, hold on. I'm taking a sip. Oh, you should have your eyes on at all times. I should have my eyes on at all times. Summer Hop hates if I have to do a test and I'm like testing something on stream, and I lose tracking. She freaks out. She's like, "It's so scary to me." She's like, "I hate it so much." She's like, "I hate it so much." She's like, "It's so scary because it's dead eye Lala and she's just blinking. It's so creepy." You know what I mean? It's so funny. It's, yeah. But yeah, so yes. So in terms of streaming to YouTube, this is like the first month where we have the YouTube pipeline going. I will visit co-streaming to another site in the future. I tried out Twitter for a hot second. I did try out co-streaming to Twitter for a hot second. I didn't really see a benefit of doing it. YouTube, people have been asking about. So if I am to do that, I first want to make sure I first want to have a couple of months where this pipeline is working, and then I will I can investigate that. But in the meantime, this is the new URL for the Clips channel. Hi, my butter. Hi, honey. Welcome on in. So this is the new Clips channel address. It is just Miss Lala VT, which is nice. And the other change on the YouTube is that I changed some of the icons. So this now, you'll know it's my main channel because it is the same profile picture I have on all my socials, which I have not changed since I debuted this model, which is fine because listen, maybe one day I will change the icon. It's fine. It's very clear. I feel like it's very easy. So very easy. So I don't know if I'll ever change my icon. I'll only do it if like Ray makes me do it again. But I have, as you know, or maybe you don't know, I also have a channel that originally I was trying to make as my main YouTube channel, where I was going to do more long form content. I have now retitled it. It's a temporary placeholder. It's Moments with Miss Lala. It is just a placeholder. This is where I was putting edited, more long form videos. I have changed it, and I know I literally changed this last night, Kat, and I didn't tell you. So I accidentally gave you a bad URL to put in the announcement post, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm so sorry. That's my bad. I'm so sorry. It literally, I changed this last night. Oh, whoops. Sorry. That's not here it is. Oh my God. Whoops. That's not here. I'm so sorry. That was my bad. I realized that. I was like, oh, I'm going to change this. And then, of course, I didn't communicate that because that's bad on me. But anyway, the new, so yes, it's fine. So the new channel, I have retitled it because it used to be Miss Lala VT Main. Now it is going to be Miss Lala VT long form. For now, I know it's a mouthful, but I haven't figured out this is the next project because I am interested in doing for my YouTube stuff. And thanks for letting me talk about this. This has been like something really in the works for a long time. And I'm really, really happy that it's out. And really, like, once again, like, this would not be possible if I didn't have the support I had, which is Summer Hop, Dan, Kat, Vil, Ollie. Like, I have been, like, really, really, really wonderful people who have been really working hard to, like, get this, like, together. So, the long form channel, as you know, there's my debut like highlight from when I debuted this model and the first Dinah. My interview with Joelle Perez, doing the Dinah dish. I promise you, the Dinah dish is not a lost concept. The Dinah dish is going to be coming back, where I want to be having people come through and because I love, me, I love yapping. So it's definitely going to be coming back. And now with the new environment, I really look forward to how we can do that. And then, of course, my Kudeji Ali collab, which I love her. She's my, I love her. Her and Korone, my favorite Hollow Life girlies. And Fua Moko, fucking love my Bow Bow girls. I love my Bow Bow. I love them. But yes, so my plan for this channel, which is something that I'll start working on this fall, but my hope is to have some more long form stuff come next year. But my hope for this channel is I would like to do some tutorials, okay? Simple tutorials, like for instance, a lot of people were wondering how I put 2D and PNG tubers in this environment. I wanted to do a tutorial about that. I wanted to do some tutorials and workshop videos on things you don't really see in the VTubing space. Like, for instance, like, how do you have consistent branding as a VTuber? How do you have, like, very creator camp inspired things? I'd like to talk about business because I feel like there are a lot of people. One thing that I think the V Shoujo situation really highlighted, and this isn't to talk about the talents in the agency, that has nothing to do. This is not a comment on them, but I think a lot of people don't understand how agencies or management works, like steps to protect yourself, how to navigate the business of it all. I think it'd be really good to do a tutorial video on that to help people based on my experience in the film industry. How to advocate for yourself, and also how to navigate professional relationships versus personal, and how to have professionalism in this space. Like, you can be your unhinged self, because I think like a lot of people think like you have to be like hoity-toity, like I have to be a certain way when I stream because that's a professional streamer. No, I think we're in the era that people are embracing the personalities of the streamer and the communities they build because they're themselves. But when you interface with brands, there is a professionalism you should have, and how to navigate that world can be very intimidating. If you're interested in working with a manager, what are some of the questions you should be asking? How do you protect yourself in that situation? And so I'd like to do like tutorials on that, and maybe even have input from people. Like I said, work in film, so maybe I can even have some agency and manager people comment on it and give their perspective and point of view. I'm here to help people always. So I want to do tutorials, like tutorials about VTubing and stuff, and also about navigating the entertainment business, because that's something that I have experience in, right? And then I'd like to do styling tutorials. I'd like to do makeup videos. I'd like to do costume deep dives. I'd like to do costume deep dives specifically about like video game costume design and like its research and stuff like that. I want to basically work on doing curated content on YouTube. And I'd like to also show the behind the scenes of being a VTuber for people who are interested in getting involved. And so that means showing myself and my model and stuff like that. So, and other things I'm interested in doing are like IRL, like attending of things like IRL events and vlogs. I would love to do vlog videos. So, which actually I will be doing publishing my first vlog short this week. And so please let me know if that's something that you like, because that means a lot to have that kind of support. And if you are interested in it, I'll keep on doing it. So basically, this channel will be worked on in the new year in terms of the type of like to have some content going here. In the meantime, yeah, yes, maker to make VTuber, to make a VTuber fashion show. So what I have done, and I'd like to do it again, is I would love to do. I did a stream where I took VTuber designs and then did outfits inspired, like street fashion outfits inspired by the VTuber. I think I'd like to do that concept again. But in order to do that, I would need to, like, I did the work live, and I don't think the process is interesting versus me talking about it, if that makes sense, because the process can be very dull to watch. It's very like research heavy, and like when I do that, like, and it's also because like I consider myself an artist with my work to costuming. I went to fashion school. I worked on Broadway. I've worked on huge production. I have studied different art like techniques, and I'm very, very passionate about that. And so sometimes part of my process when I'm styling is like I need that gestation time to like work it out, see and that stuff is like not so interesting to watch, but I happily love to do that, and I would love to continue doing that. But yes, yeah, so I would love to do that. And also, it's not only like, of course, women's fashion. Like, I am here to support. Like, I want to help. If you have question, men's fashion. I'm so here for that. I am so passionate about people feeling like the best version of themselves, and so I want to do like some things about some videos about that. I'd like to do sketch videos. I'd like to do creative lore videos. I know, I can't believe we might finally get lore in 2026. We might finally get some Lala lore in 2026. And so I'm really, really looking forward to this channel and what it'll be. So, but in the meantime, yeah. Missed the announcement. So there's a few different announcements. One is that I'm working with Qualdron. Qualdron is a sponsorship agency, and so they will be helping me navigate convention appearances and sponsorships. And so I have an agent now, essentially, and I'm very, very happy about that. And so that's a big deal because it helps with my long-term goals. Lore in the year of our Lord 2025. Yes, I know. Yes. And so yes, Kat is the head witch in charge over at Cauldron. So I love, I've been loving working with her. And the other thing is to like check out the YouTube. The YouTube, there's been lots of updates. And so I've just been going through them. So like I said, I'll have a new channel trailer. We're debuting on the partnerversary. And there will be some other cool stuff happening. But yeah. So I wanted to go over the YouTube stuff because that was like a big deal for me. Um, any advice you could give about model design for male VTubers? Like with a lot of females, there's a lot of colorful choices, but it's hard to remain tasteful, colorful, masculine. I think, I feel like it is. Here's the thing: nothing is okay. When it comes to thinking about design, especially if it's not your forte, the first thing I would say is what are some visual references you have? And I highly recommend if you, I would say to avoid putting VTubers, like, come up with like like an inspiration folder, right? Like it could be characters, like your favorite characters from anime, from television, from movies, from video games. It could be an art piece you found, a piece of photography. Just put together references that you like and identify what you like about those things. So for instance, like when I was putting together my like reference board for my model, I knew that I wanted to do, because I had designed, like in my head I had come up that I wanted a 1950s a dino waitress VTuber. I was like, that is very Americana coded, and so I wanted to have a more Western animation style for my model, which is a challenge because there wasn't many people in this space that I saw could do like different styles. There's a lot of anime, right? And so, and there's like a little bit of anime influence in terms of my references. I wanted like vintage references. I did submit a selfie of myself for my model. Like I put like Dita Von Teese as as a big reference point because she's classy, she's glamorous, like she's all of that. But then I'm also like a walking Muppet, so I am who I am. But I definitely knew I wanted to have like something that celebrated more of a Western style. And so my references were like Disney references, and I pulled together a few and I identified what I liked about them. So for instance, like one of the references was Belle, right? The Japanese animated movie. This movie, Belle movie. This movie, this one, right? So that pink character, she was like a big inspiration for my model and it just so happens that the person who designed that, hello, the person who designed, the character designer of this model, of this character, actually was a Disney character artist and designer, even though they're Japanese. And so I ended up I just loved her look. I loved the look of her face because it's this blend of anime and Western. And that's what I was going for. And so this was a big reference. And the other one was this short, this Disney short. And specifically, it was this character. Oh, no. This character. She was another big inspiration for my model. So I think, like, I could see how Okuda was inspired by, like, the face shape and things like that. And so, it's, you find your inspirations and you identify what you like about those, and those will help provide clarity for you, even if you don't have even if you can't articulate what you like. And so there's definitely characters out there that you can find that you resonate with, and you'll be able to find them. I believe there's so much inspiration in the world. So like, and the reason why I say don't look at other VTuber models is because, like, you can look at a VTuber model and be like, I like their overall vibe, but because you don't want to be like, oh, I like this T-shirt, you can fall into a problem of like copying certain design details, right? But you want to make your own. You really wanted to make your own, and that VTuber right? That VTuber also had different references that came together to provide their model. Like, it's the same reason why people are like, oh, I'm inspired by Star Wars. And it's like, and so I use that as inspiration. And you can, but also, like, George Lucas was inspired by like certain artwork from a specific artist, and was and inspired by Akira Kurosawa. And so it's like, expand like your inspiration, and you'll be surprised at what you find, at what you stumble into, and what you really resonate with. So I think that's really important. Flakes, oh my God, I'm so sorry I missed it. Thank you so much for 18 freaking months. Mwah. Thank you, thank you. Hello. You got a CPAP? Oh, good. Congratulations. You deserve well rest. You deserve well rest, yes. You deserve well rest. I'm so happy for you. So happy. Don John doesn't want to use a CPAP, even though I think he should, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't bothered with the feeling of the air pressure increase. I was good. Good. I'm so happy for you. It is literally life-changing. Literally life-changing. I apologize for the large amount. No. I happily answer questions. Not a problem. But yeah, so anyway, this is why I'm interested in doing tutorials, because I feel like I can yap about it for a long time. I want you to feel empowered in your journey of exploration. You shouldn't feel like you're not doing it the right way. You shouldn't feel like, you should be able to, if you have the inner inertia to do the research and to want to do this, there are people out there that are willing to help. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's what I want to do. CPAP is great. It's great not dying in myself sometimes in my sleep. Well, yeah, I didn't want to out you, but yes, Summer Hop uses a CPAP and literally has to use it or else she'll like die. So it's really nice to like, very grateful for devices that help people live. But yeah, so anyway, I wanted to go over, I know that was a long talk about YouTube, but it has absolutely been something that been working really hard on. And so would really appreciate, I did at Off Kai. Like, there was one night where she forgot to put her CPAP on, and I literally had a heart attack because I thought Summer Hop was dying. And so I woke her up in the middle of I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And then she's like, I forgot my CPAP. So very, very important. Yeah. My friends say your vibe attracts your tribe. So it's all about putting yourself. Yes, I do think that. And here's the thing, like, it definitely, like, you have to love what you do at the end of the day, because you may never, like, here's the reality. You may never, quote unquote, like, pop off, right? There is a reality where you may not pop off. But if you love what you do, like, you're not doing it for the popping off, you're doing it because you just genuinely love it, then you will find people. Okay? You will find people if you invest time in learning about your craft, if you take time to really better yourself in terms of your skills, you can definitely find your stuff. You know what I mean? Yes. I did warn you, yes. Yes, hi Marina, hi Maeve, welcome on in. So yes, so anyway, YouTube is being fed. Summer Hop finally doesn't have to be on her hands and knees begging me to work on this. It's finally done. Many thanks to her, many thanks to the people I work with. It is happening. It is happening. We have a pipeline. So every single day, there's 5 shorts a week that are being published. YouTube VODs are going up every single day. Every single day, there's a new VOD. That might slow down as we catch up. But until the end of August, we have a VOD going up every day. And what else? That's pretty much it. So if you haven't followed, make sure to follow or subscribe to the YouTube. It's been crazy. Like, I'm going to be real. I'll be real. Ever since I started posting shorts like a few days ago, like, I was like, oh, it's been crazy. I haven't done this. And literally, I think it said my views, my views on my channel have gone up, and I'm not making this number up, 452%. 452%. So thank you very, very much for the support. I really, really appreciate it. I feel like by the end of 2026, we can have a play button. I feel very confident about that. So really appreciate it. Um, yes. Yeah, it's wild. Like, hold on. Let me just make sure. I don't mind showing, like, it might have gone up. I just need to make sure that there isn't any kind of sensitive information here that is posted, but it's literally gone up. It's literally gone up. Uh, it's literally gone up since yesterday. Okay. 513%. 513%. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So 513%. So listen, you got your channel got 402,000 views, more than the 50 to 76 that it normally gets. Okay. So yeah, my seagull laugh, whatever. My seagull laugh, that's my birdsona. It is interesting. The video that uh this is the video that is doing the best is from the Lolathon. It is my when I did the face cam paint stream, and then it's all the other shorts, and then I talk about my face reveal. But yes, uh, so that's crazy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Cause once I get my YouTube going, my YouTube is a wonderful source of obviously of income. And what's great is that you don't have to do anything. You just watch the content, and it's the ad revenue, which is great. Once again, a free way to support a creator. Wow, amazing, amazing. I love that. I love that. And then yes, sincerely, if you and then if you can if make sure to check out the whoops, no, I don't need to do that. Whoops, wrong thing. If we can oh, 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 oh. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Over here. And then to check out the VOD channel, because the watch time on the VOD channel really matters. And this I don't care about. This channel isn't about revenue. This channel is literally to make. You have been begging me for VODs, and this is just for archived content. We've just been doing lots of updates. There's been, I'm with a sponsorship agency, so we made that announcement. I've been working on my YouTube, so just kind of talking about that a little bit. We're going to be playing Date Everything shortly, but we've just been kind of like catching up and discussing about some things that the diner's been cooking. But I've been cooking. Yeah, thank you, honey. Listen, I believe in you. I believe in you. Shorts, vertical shorts, vertical shorts. If you had to prioritize any content for YouTube, prioritize vertical shorts because then you get to use that content on TikTok, on Instagram, and you can post it on Twitter. It gives you more bang for your buck. Sorry, my tracking is kind of going crazy. Hold on. I got so excited. My face broke. Sorry, my face. My face broke. Sorry about that. Swirl, thank you so much for tier 1. Mwah. And for the 2-month drink, honey. Yes. Well, they're not very vertical if they're short. Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, my God. I'm obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, which is a great segue. This is a great segue. Okay. I've been a segue queen, man. Segue queen. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Okay. I wanted to show. Okay, wait. Oh my God. I have so much lads in my search bar. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay. Nobody's allowed to look at my search history on YouTube. The fact that I was looking at lad stuff. Okay, shut up. Okay, so I guess I can talk about the music video I did. It is so as you know, I have talked about this often, okay? We have talked about this often, and this would actually make a good YouTube video. Actually. Okay, we're going to make a YouTube video, everybody. Okay. I just realized that this would be really good. Okay, everybody. Okay, so we're gonna be let's do a I'll edit this, or rather have it edited. I'll have this edited for the YouTubes. Okay. All right. Let me you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, is everybody on board for this? Please tell me that you're on board for this. And of course, this is when my tracking is acting up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. You know what it was? My mic was in front of my mouth. Because I keep on moving in my chair. Okay. All right. We're gonna do this. Okay. 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 All right. Okay, I guess what is it that people do? Okay. Okay, yes, now we're gonna do the thing. So, okay, let's do, okay. Everybody say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, hello. Everybody say hi to YouTube. Let's say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, hello, YouTube. Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Lala. I'm a 1950s diner waitress, VTuber, serving up fun in the 21st century. I am outside of the diner, though, when I'm not serving up food and hijinks here in the diner. Outside of the diner, I am a costume designer and stylist in the film industry. I've been designing and styling for 12 years, and that is my other life. I like to say I am a real Hannah Montana case. But I had the pleasure of styling the IRL video of your idol from K-pop Demon Hunters. for Danny Phantom, and I got to work with a lot of amazing content creators to make this happen. And I'm very excited that this is my YouTube debut as a designer and stylist. I've never really made content regarding that before, so this is your girl's first time. Very excited, and I can't wait for you to see the final product, which is over on Danny's channel. And yes, very, very excited. So Danny has been documenting the behind the scenes process, and I wanted to share it with all of you. And I wanted to share it with all of you. And your girl makes a little bit of a cameo. So we're going to be reacting. We're going to be reacting to a little bit of it. And then this is part 1. And then there will be a part 2. And I'll talk about my point of view and all that stuff. And yeah, very excited. Very, very excited. But yeah, let's get to it. Yay! Yippee! Okay, great. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Okay, so we're going to go to the void. We're going to go to the void. We're going to go to the void so that I can get this all situated and stuff. So give me a second. Oh. Okay, that's not what we're supposed to look at. Okay, great. Let's do this. Ah! Oh. Okay. Aha! I promise I know how to do this. Hello. Don't worry, listen. This is going to be edited. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be edited, okay? I am a professional streamer. I am a professional streamer. You have to, I do operate on the trust me, bro. I do operate on trust me, bro. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Very professional. So yes, Danny has been recording the behind the scenes process of this, and it's very exciting. Very exciting. Today is going to be later on today. Actually, there is a waiting room already for part 2. But this is I'm very excited about this. And what's really cool is that normally if I had planned better, I would have done my own behind the scenes process, but I didn't. So I will tell you the story of how this kind of came to be. So I am friends with Lloyd's Fault and Julia Maggio. If you don't know Lloyd's Fault and Julia Maggio, Lloyd is a VTuber. Hi, Peter, welcome on in. Hello, we're doing a YouTube video, which will be edited. But welcome on in. So we let me make sure. So this is Lloyd. Lloyd is a great VTuber. He is a mad scientist VTuber. We love Lloyd here. Lloyd is a professional stunt double. He has worked. I don't even know if. Well, Lloyd has been the stunt double for like Benedict Cumberbatch and Doctor Strange, and has worked in Marvel, and has worked on all these amazing films as a professional stunt double. Julia is also a professional stunt double. She is amazing, and she has that in her content as well. I would love to also shout her out. But I met them at TwitchCon last year. We happened to just meet serendipitously at a rooftop party, and I met them through Stella Chu, who I know through a different mutual friend. And we immediately became fast friends because I loved meeting other film industry professionals that happen to be VTubers in this space. And every single day at TwitchCon, I ended up bumping into them, and it became a running joke that was it really a day at TwitchCon without bumping into Lloyd and Julia. They are incredible. Not only are they incredible professionals, they're incredible people, so nice, so fabulous. So I love them very, very much. I think this is Julia Maggio. I believe this is her channel. Oh, I have to wait 28 seconds. Okay. Did he used to do YouTube short? So Lloyd has definitely has done content. Lloyd is sometimes makes cameos in Stella Chu's content, in Danny's content, in Julia's content. So he also actually did a face reveal recently. So I so you may have seen his face. He's another one who I feel like when you look at his VTuber model, you see like the one-to-one physically. Oh, it's Julia. Oh, thank you, Pancake. Thank you. So this is Julia. Okay, so be sure to check them out and follow them. They're amazing. They're also really great creators. So they were visiting, and we actually had brunch and earlier this year, and they were the ones who told me to go to Anime Expo. They were like, "You should go to Anime Expo. It is a great con," and I feel like every year they have. Every year their VTuber presence is growing, and so I think it's a really good time to meet people. And I was like, oh, I was really never really thinking, even though going to Anime Expo has been very easy for me for a very long time. I never really considered going, even though as a kid it was always like the anime con I wanted to go to. So on the, as a wee Lala who was a cosplayer when I was like 13, a million years ago, the early 2000s, Anime Expo used to be at the Anaheim Convention Center. I remember seeing pictures and being like, ooh, whoa, I hope one day I'll be able to go. I hope one day I'll be able to go to this convention. It looks so cool. The best cosplayers are there, as a wee baby Lala. And so, but I've never been. So a million years later, we're not going to talk about that. And you're not allowed to ask how old I am. Okay. All right. I am 21 for all intensive legal purposes. Okay, great. Now that we got that out of the way. But anyway, they're the ones who encouraged me to go to Anime Expo. Then at OFCAI, and I was going to only go for like a day, but then at OFCAI, I found out so many other friends were also going. So I decided to go for the full weekend and went to Anime Expo. But before Anime Expo started, Julia and Lloyd had asked me to help them. They had an IRL anime boxing event that Julia was participating with Stella, and they wanted a hype woman in their corner, and they asked me. And so I went. And helped participate in that. And it was at that boxing event that I got introduced to Danny. Danny, here. We got to know Danny because he is very close friends with Julia and Stella, and immediately, he is so sweet. Didn't really know of him before, besides like that I knew that he had collabed with like Julia and Stella, but I wasn't really familiar with his content. I am a person who, if we just get along and have nice energy, that's fine. And what I really like is that a lot of people that I've met within this friend circle operate the same way, where they're just really, really kind, nice, open people. They don't gatekeep, and they are they like, it doesn't matter your size. So it was really cool to meet Danny. Found out he's a big Magic the Gathering fan. So we yapped about Magic, and then he met also Donzon, because Donzon and I both went to this boxing event, and he found out we were filmmakers, just like Julia and Lloyd, and he was like, wow, that's really cool. And, we also have, some, we definitely have some credits under our names. And so we met at Anime Expo. First time ever. Anime Expo happens, okay? Anime Expo happens, and then Yes, I agree. The vibe and energy is always more important than anything else because, and you can always tell if somebody's being genuine with you too. You can always see if somebody's putting it on and or is not. Or at least I can. Working in the film industry has really changed the way I look at human beings, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, so anyway, after Anime Expo, um, uh, Danny reaches out to me on Instagram and is like, "Hey, so Julia and Lloyd said that you and your husband are like you like work professionally in film as like a costume designer and stylist and as like a cinematographer." And I was like, "Yeah, we do." And he was like, "Well, I wanted to know if we can. I have a project that I'd love your help on, that I'd love to like hire you on." And I was like, "Okay." And so, but this was literally so he reached out, I think on like Tuesday or Wednesday, and this was when I was on that commercial, and I had just gotten COVID. And so I was like, "Oh, I just got COVID. I can't really like, but I can't work or whatever like right now." But we talked about the concept, and he was like, "I want to make the Your Idol scene from K-pop Demon Hunters. I want to do it IRL." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so exciting. Of course, sign me up. This is so up my alley." And Danny is doesn't have a background in film, but I will say Danny was like, "I am open to learning this entire thing, and I look to your guidance." And so Julia, Lloyd, myself, and Don ended up being like mentors to like him in terms of the process and like things you got to think about. And um, so Don shot the music video, and I was the stylist on the video. Uh, and so basically, the turnaround was a week. Like by the time I was done with COVID, and by the time we were starting, it was a week. So a week turnaround to do 5 costumes that had traditional Korean elements in them, that had fashion interpretations, that had to be danceable in a week. Okay. So, all right. We were doing this. And listen, in the film industry, sometimes you'll get called 24 hours before and you make miracles happen. That's why I call myself a wizard half of the time, because the magic I pull out of my ass really is phenomenal at times, let me tell you. Okay? So, call myself, I'm like part VTuber, part wizard, part costume wizard. So anyway, and of course, Danny was really gung-ho. I really believed in the project. I think it was super cool. So we got to work, and we got to work. So I will so anyway, in that week we did all kinds of crazy stuff, which I can edit into this later and talk about later. But we had basically what I was learning was I first found I was doing immediately, I was like, okay, this K-pop Demon Hunters is amazing for a lot of different reasons. And oh, I realized I probably shouldn't have. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have, or at least I should lower this a little bit. But K-pop Demon Hunters is a hit for so many reasons. It is a story about confronting your inner demons and then celebrating every part of yourself, which is a universal message. The music is incredible in it. The design and the animation is peak. But also, I think what was really cool is that it put Korean culture in the forefront, and also embraced traditional Korean aesthetics mixed with contemporary Korean sensibilities, and to carry this message of, oh, how do we confront our shame? How do we confront these things that we're taught versus and how do we unlearn things about ourselves, right? I also think if you are someone who has who has a very strong connection to your ethnic background, especially if you're an immigrant, the idea that certain things are imposed on you or taught to you um, as a means of survival, I think is also something that is very universal, which I think is also like a plot within the movie. That and some of that is generational in terms of how to protect their family, right? Even if it is misguided. And so I think that there's a lot of really beautiful themes in the movie. My challenge, though, is that I had a week and I needed to make sure that I did my research in terms of what I was doing because I didn't want. Can you imagine if I was doing this video and I just slapped fucking fedoras on these on the Saja boys and been like, oh well, they're wearing hats. I just slap fedoras and like call it a day. Do you understand? Do you understand what kind of trouble I'd be in? The responsibility, because sometimes costuming, costuming sometimes is all about it's about, you're doing, yes, you're working with fashion. Yes, you're doing, you can create custom things. But it is a storytelling tool. Costuming in narrative storytelling is a tool that helps convey a message. It helps further express a theme that may be happening within the film. And in K-pop Demon Hunters, there was obviously K-pop, contemporary fashion. There is streetwear fashion, obviously. But there's also a lot of traditional garments that are used within the film, and to make certain points of things. Right, the first time we see the Saja boys, they're in very traditional outfits. And then at the end, when they perform Your Idol, it is a blend of contemporary mixed with the traditional because they're putting on a concert for to try and take the souls or whatever. But also at the same time, um, they are appealing to that audience. So they combine the contemporary streetwear with the traditional garments. And I found this fabulous, fabulous post on Instagram that actually broke down a lot of the traditional references in the film and specifically the garments. So, for instance, the hats that the guys wear, that the Saja boys wear, both when the first time we were introduced to them in their full demon forms and then at the end in Your Idol, they wear Korean got hats. Which are basically double mesh hats that usually have a um, beaded attachment to it. They also wore. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if you're Korean and I'm gonna mispronounce this, but they wore basically what looks like to be sokangis, SOCHANGUI. Sokangis, which are specific robes, and that's why they're split in the specific ways they are. They have these more like rounded collars that have like a band on them, and there is a little bit of a lip of the collar on the back of the neck. So, so we are doing that. There was definitely like some traditional elements and then custom designs on the sleeves. Oh, hello, Raiders! Welcome on in. Hi, Raiders. Welcome. Hi, Kaimani, Clowny. Welcome on in. Welcome back, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Honk, 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 honk. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. We're currently recording a YouTube video, which is fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Welcome on in. I'm talking about. I helped. Danny Phantom, this amazing YouTuber, I was a stylist for a music video that he is bringing to life, which debuts this weekend. You definitely want to check it out. But it is the live action interpretation of Your Idol from K-pop Demon Hunters. So you definitely want to check it out. And so we're talking about the behind the scenes that he dropped yesterday? No, the day before yesterday, on Monday. And today, part 2 comes out later tonight. And so I wanted to like hype it out, hype it up. Yes. So welcome on in, everybody. So I was just talking about my my part in that process. So yes, but I hope you had a good time with your community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yes. So. So I had to look into. So it took me. I can pull contemporary looks in my sleep because that's what I do for a living. So I was like, it was. I did have a creative conversation with Danny where we sat down. I was like, okay, do you want these to be one-to-one replicas of what you see in the film? Do you want this to feel more like a one-to-one, or are you open to more of an interpretation of the looks? And he was like, no, I think we need to be open to interpretation. And he was like, we're going to go for like an inspired vibe. And so each member, obviously we knew that Abby had to have a look that showed off his abs, but we had to come up with, I wanted to make sure each guy had a different vibe and a different look that they played with, and I wanted them to be a part of that, right? The way that I work is that costuming is also a tool. Because this project was a mix of like costuming and styling, right? Because I was styling contemporary looks, but then we did have to custom build, which I'll get into a second. But we had to do a lot of custom building for this project, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I was respecting both the references from the film, but also doing an interpretation, given the limitations of our turnaround, and given that what made sense. And so I watched the Your Idol sequence like for hours and hours and hours. I watched it on like half speed to like capture every single detail that I could capture that was like lending to the costumes. It was like, and because the lighting is kind of silhouetted and dark and they're wearing all black, do you know how that's like finding a black needle in a black haystack. You know what I'm saying? It is so difficult to like capture the details. So it was really, really, so that was definitely a challenge, but I definitely did a bunch of screenshots to see certain details that I wanted to translate. And so on my end, what I was doing is that I was helping identify those details, trying to figure out what was important, what wasn't important, what would be nice to kind of convey, what would be, So, that was like my role, while also trying to find these robes. And I found a vendor for the got hats, but finding the vendor for the robes was a big, big challenge because I called like 6 or 7 different like Korean dress shops that would maybe have, that would normally have these robes that I was looking for. And I was constantly informed that the turnaround was 2 to 3 weeks, which we didn't have. And because like it's, considered like a formal garment. So it's like the equivalent of like asking to have a custom suit or tux made or something. And so I was like, okay, so I can't get it from a Korean vendor. Okay, I can't get these made. So that means I have to put my designer hat on and be like, okay, how do I problem solve this with the resources that I have? Okay, great. So I knew that then we had to make, and it took me like a few days. So I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday was when I made the decision that I was like, oh my God, we have to make these robes, but we have fittings on Saturday. Just to show you. So, Danny is working hard rehearsing and also like getting people on board, organizing crew with like the help of Julia and Lloyd and stuff like that. Don is setting up, like lighting plans and coordinating his crew and stuff like that. We're all very busy, but I was like, okay, so that means it's Wednesday and I have fittings on Saturday. So I know that I don't know if I'm going to be able to have all 5 garments ready for the fitting on Saturday, but I could at least have one mock-up that I can build for Saturday. And then we have 36 hours to turn around these costumes. Or was it Friday? When did we do this fit in? No, it was Saturday. Yep. 36. 36. 36. 36. Okay? Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay. Sorry. Apologies. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Mike. You could always type exclamation point model to see more information about my model. Um, so yes, so yes, so so here's the thing. I've been doing this for a long time. This was a crazy turnaround for the nature of the shoot, but also at the same time, it is also very satisfying when you see something come together. Like, I will always say one of the satisfying things, and maybe it's a drug, it's like a bad addiction, but one of the things that always makes me come back to do the work that I do is that there is something really satisfying of having what seems like an insurmountable challenge presented to you, problem solving that challenge and delivering despite those challenges, and it looking fucking great. Okay. So, so, question, isn't one of the steps when designing is getting the sketches in the client to show the primary idea before it's design putting things together? So, so in design, there's different, so the world of design and costume design and styling is a very big world with different niches and industries, right? You have private costuming, private client work, you have theater, you have film, there's television. Even though they're like within entertainment, the workflows are very different. You have commercials, you have music videos, you have digital content. There's a lot of different stuff. So, yes, when you're working one-to-one with a client, typically you would be like, yes, let's sketch this out, depending on the needs of the costume, right? So if it's a custom garment, yes, you present sketches, you work out those details, and then you figure out what works, right? What's a lot more common when you have a turnaround time like this is that you present mood boards. And you work out what the ideas are going to be, and then you provide reference images of like, this is kind of the direction I'm going in. And I'm very lucky that Danny trusted me so much, because he was just like, I completely trust you. I don't need to have like pictures of the items you're going to bring to the fitting. I know they're going to be great. So, I had a lot more flexibility specifically also because of this turnaround. So sometimes if you don't have the time to sketch out a design, an alternative that many stylists and designers do is that they do mood boards that are very representative of the direction they plan on going in. And then you just communicate. And then you have fittings. And in the fittings, usually you can see if it's in the right direction, if it's not, or whatever. So that's how it works. On big movies, like let's say Wicked is a really good example, right? Wicked is a completely custom world, and they have months. They usually have, like, for a job like that, your prep is like 6 months. So you have 6 months to sketch, to ideate, to design, to put things together, to have garments made, right? It's a different timeline. And so you have more time to be able to do those kinds of things. I have done crazy turnarounds where in a week I've had to turn around designs. I did a Snoop Dogg music video once where we had a week turnaround, and I had to communicate to an illustrator because we were doing a lot of custom work. And in that music video, we had there was a lot of custom builds. And so I had an illustrator on standby who then was able to turn around my designs that I had like shittily sketched out, but then she then sketched out beautifully and illustrated beautifully, like within one day. And so, kind of thing. So it all depends on the project. And so for this, there's a very strong reference point. We want it to be as close as possible, but we want it to be open to interpretation, right? For this project in particular, that was a creative decision that Danny and I made together in terms of the looks of the guys. And so that being said, so I'm finding out on Wednesday that basically I need to make sure that I have to have 5 custom robes for a music video shoot that shoots on Monday. Oh my God. So that being said, that was a challenge that was presented. So I had a few days to do some what's called pulling. Pulling is a term you use like when you go to a rental place. So there's lots of costume houses, and pulling means that you are, literally pulling items and putting them on hold or renting them for like the purpose of a fitting, right? So a design can come together in a lot of different ways. Sometimes a costume design is not just head to toe built. It is usually a combination of, it can be some rentals, like costume rental pieces. It can be custom pieces. It can be shopped items like from a store, like all put together to create a look, right? And so that was the same case in this one where we had some rentals and we had some custom built pieces, and then I also purchased some items. So it was really like putting it together like a whole, pulling like in a gotcha. Yeah, I want my 5-star pull. Like I find the perfect item. And we definitely got some 5-star pulls while doing the fit-in. So Danny was, like I said, he's been rehearsing and working really, really hard. So but he also was documenting the whole process. So he documented the fitting. And so I came with my assistant, MG. MG is an amazing costumer. She is an amazing ager dyer, which is a role where like you specifically make clothes look worn or distressed, like, if there's blood on it, or like even as simple as like like an apron that has food on it. You call an ager and dyer who will paint it to make it look used and worn or whatever. That is a role you can do professionally for your entire life. Is just be an ager dyer. So she is a wonderful ager dyer. Her partner is a milliner, and she's also a great set costumer. Has also a lot of credits, and she has assisted me in the past, and I was like, okay. Let's do this. The last time MG and I worked together is I was doing a IRL design I brought to life for Riot Games. They had launched their first black gay character, Cassante, and they wanted they wanted the voice actor to cosplay him at Worlds. And so I was responsible for that. Cosplay, or that like iteration, and they said that they wanted it to be like he stepped out from a Marvel movie. So MG had helped on that costume, and so we've worked together a bunch. I love her, and she is also used to be a dancer and is very enthusiastic about like K-pop, and she's a huge K-pop fan. So I knew that she was the right pick to be to help me on the project, to assist me. So that being said, I wanted to, we can watch. So this is, so anyway, anyway, I wanted to show, I could show you also a little bit of the dancing. They worked so hard. I can't believe it was a mix of the choreography from the movie and then original choreography that, and so Johnny was in charge of it, and Johnny, who is playing Abby in the video. So, they worked really, really hard on this. So let me, let's do this. Yeah. Okay, great. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Nope, you can't hear it. Why can't it? What? Oh, whoops. Wait. Whoops.
Pop Demon Hunter!
Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry. Sorry. I promise I'm a professional. Okay, here we go. Anyway, I'm a professional. Don't worry about it. Here we go.
K-pop Demon Hunters is so good!
Yeah.
I told you. I'm so sorry. Hi there, everybody. I tried to become a K-pop idol in 1 week. But not just any K-pop idol. I tried to become Jinu from K-pop Demon Hunters in 1 week. In this video, you will see me try to put together a group of men, learn choreography, manage an entire crew, put together a set, and film an entire music video all based around K-pop Demon Hunters in 1 week. As you can see, my hair is already dyed, so that may be an indication of how things go. I also revealed this on TikTok like a couple days ago, so if you're seeing this for the first time, I dyed my hair. This is the most ambitious project I have ever embarked upon. It is the most expensive, the most time-intensive, and the most stressed I have been in years. Throughout this,
I'm gonna say that sometimes people, when they're translating things, they want to, it is doing like filmmaking can be very expensive. Danny really wanted this to be done the right way. He wanted this to be done the right way. So it was a lot of respect for him, because he didn't want to just like cut corners. He was like, no, I want this to look like I want this to feel like a legit K-pop video kind of thing. And so we were like, all right, you got it. And so, we went to work. And so, to his credit, he was really invested in the caliber and quality of this project. It wasn't just a fun, like, haha, this is going to be a fun YouTube. He was very invested. And at every turn, he was like, he was really, so much credit to him, a lot of respect for him, because he really cared about the quality of the project.
this entire process, our main goal was to create a music video. Very specifically, a music video for your idol. The last song from the Saja Boys in K-pop Demon Hunters. If you haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters, you need to, I swear to God! And after watching
I like Julia.
I loved
She's
it
behind
so
me
much.
in
If
the
you didn't
video.
know, I'm not really that into K-pop all that much. I'm actually been pretty averse to K-pop, all things considered. Ever since I started content creation, I've been compared to a lot of K-pop idols just because I'm Korean. And that really kind of put me off from K-pop initially. And then I started learning about the fandoms, and when I did try to get into K-pop the first time, the fandom was really bad. So I've stayed away from K-pop for a very long time. But that's all changing with the release of K-pop Demon Hunters. The music in this movie was so good, I
So good.
legitimately started actually listening to K-pop. And just in time too, BTS is having a reunion because they just left the military. I think their service just ended, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, like Blackpink? Blackpink's my favorite. Blackpink is my favorite, I think. So, with the release of this movie and everything, and my actual interest in K-pop ignited, I decided that I was gonna try and make a K-pop video. And what a better way to do that than actually try and remake something from the movie that I enjoy so much. And as I said earlier, this is the most expensive and ambitious product I have ever worked on. So I really hope you enjoy this. This is something I was really anxious to do, and I'm still anxious about. I really hope you guys like it. So, let's dive into it, shall we?
I'm also really, yes. Oh, Pog Draft Dodging. Oh my God. Yeah, we love BTS. Also, let me move myself. So this was a really big endeavor. Hold on. This is a really big endeavor for Danny, and I was very honored to be a part. What? Excuse me. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Mucho mejor. Okay, great. That way you can see more of the screen. So I also was blocking Julia, who's hanging out on she's chilling on the couch here. Okay. So anyway, let me continue this introduction, then we'll
And as I said earlier,
this
is the most expensive and ambitious product I have ever worked on. So I really hope you enjoy this. This is something I was really anxious to do, and I'm still anxious about. I really hope you guys like it. So let's dive into it, shall we? I asked these men to become part of my K-pop group and become Saja Boys. But in order to become a K-pop group, we have to know how to dance. So we have to rehearse. So why don't we get to that rehearsal now, shall we? Let's get into the video. Good morning, everybody. It is day 1 of rehearsals for K-pop Demon Hunter unofficial music video. It is 10 a.m. Sorry, no, it's noon. I gotta get going. Rehearsal starts at 1. Today, I think we're just blocking out choreography. I'm nervous. It's been years since I've done any real dancing of any kind, so I hope I'm not too awkward and languishing around like a flailing baby, but I'm gonna try really hard. And I'm really nervous, and I'm really nervous to look like an idiot on camera, but it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Anyways, I guess I'll see you at the studio, and you'll get to see the boys. I'll see ya.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, the camera's. All right, I've made it to the studio. We're at Ruts. Say hello to Johnny.
Johnny!
What's up, guys?
AKA Abby.
Yes, sir. I'll be training this guy and teaching him to dance.
I'm very scared. Again, I haven't
Johnny!
danced in years.
You used to dance?
Kind of. I did like musical theater shit,
Oh.
so it's like I
Yeah!
did like, you know, stuff like
I'm sure
that.
it'll be fine.
It's
Musical
gonna be
theater,
something.
musical theater.
I'm really anxious about it, but it'll be good. You've been
Musical
coming up
theater.
with choreography and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you
You'll
don't
be
know
fine.
Johnny's work, it's really, really cool. But yeah, you have something.
Johnny
ready?
is very good.
Yeah, put
Yeah.
together. It's gonna be great.
together.
Unfortunately, one of our dancers will not be joining us for the first couple days, but he will be here. But he already knows how to dance, so we don't gotta worry about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not worried about it at all.
But it'll be good. We're gonna go grab Monster real quick, and then we're gonna wait for the other boys to show up. So we'll see you then.
Yeah.
We got our next boy. We got our next man. Say hello.
That is the slowest pen reveal ever. I'm here first time being a K-drama idol. Boy,
You're gonna be a boy. We're being boys.
we're being bold.
We're being K-pop
Saja
boys. I like how
Yeah, that's
Johnny's
right.
actually like prepping over there. He's like actually being a professional. How you feeling? You've never really danced before,
I'm a
right?
little nervous. Well, I have 2 acting degrees. And
Yes.
in those acting degrees, every week we do dance classes.
Really?
I hate it. I don't move soft. I move in an
You do. Well,
aggressive
you've done
way.
some action. You showed me some of your action scenes before. They look
Yes.
so good, dude.
I'm more comfortable being punched in the face than doing wiggly.
Steven.
I mean, I feel like you're.
If you don't know who Steven is, you'll know Steven because he's what is it? Everyone knows him because he's the emotional damage. That's who Steven is. So that's like he's also a great YouTuber. To his credit, he's also a great YouTuber. But yes,
Your idol's pretty poppy comparatively,
That's
right?
good. That's good.
Like, look
Okay.
at what he's doing. Look at. Oh, he's fucking it up. Oh, so you and I are gonna be the least experienced dancers here.
okay.
So because the rest of them, like Johnny's obviously a professional dancer. Alto, our next boy who's coming, is actually like a K-pop, like actual artist. And then Billy has been dancing for years.
yep.
Great.
So
we're gonna just
you and
stick
I,
out like
Wait.
crazy.
we're the weak.
Wait, Steven is Uncle Roger? Huh? Steven is Uncle Roger? No way. No. Huh? Huh? No way. No. No, that's somebody else. Okay, that's what I was about to say. I was like, no. Steven is not Uncle Roger. No. No. I was like, they're totally 2 different people. Yes, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I was like, wait a minute. What are people saying in this chat? You should feel ashamed of yourselves. You should feel ashamed of yourselves. Wow, 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 wow. Look at all of you. Look at all of you. Look at all of you. Look at all. Oh, wow. Just because you're a population YouTube. What is this? What is this? No. No, Steven does a lot of like anime content and stuff and does like vlogs and such. Yes, he is the emotional damage guy. Yeah. He is. I didn't make that up.
Exactly. But it's gonna be good. Our last boy has arrived. Say hello to Alto.
Hello.
How you doing today, man?
Alto.
Good, bro. I just woke up. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
me too. And Alto, you're like an actual like artist in like K-pop and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
So you know how to dance.
No, actually,
Yeah.
I'm the worst dancer in my group. So,
But that means you're still dancing.
Still gonna mop
The
up.
boys.
No.
Steven and I barely dance,
Okay.
right? And like you, Billy, and Johnny are gonna carry this.
I mean, Johnny's gonna carry us. Bro's like a legend.
Exactly. So you're gonna be playing Baby Saja.
Baby Saja.
Right now.
Yeah.
The ladies are gonna love you, dog.
Baby Saja. Not the Mew.
Now that
Not
we're
the
on here,
Mew.
we're gonna get started. Day 1 is all about blocking out choreography and learning exactly what we need to be doing from Johnny. Also,
Yeah.
just a heads up, we are not adhering strictly to the original choreography of the movie. Why? Well, because there's not a lot of choreography in some parts. Unfortunately, we as human beings cannot float or teleport.
Yep.
So, we'll have to figure something else out. That's why we brought Johnny on board, because Johnny, as a professional choreographer, can help fill that space and figure out exactly what we need to do.
Yep. So Johnny, they worked really hard, right? So they learned and created choreography in like 1 week for this video and performed it, and that is amazing. All of these people have some sort of background in dance, which is helpful, obviously. Whoa. Huh?